Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Success Life Live. My name is Reid, and I'm glad you're taking time out of your day to jump in and join us here on Success Life Live. So for those of you that this may be the first time seeing it on the podcast or in the YouTube or here live on Facebook, good morning, Kathy. Good morning, my Polish sister. We do this each and every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. Good morning, Elizabeth. And it's really a community event. It's us getting together and talking about the things that we need to talk to begin to build the life that we're seeking. And so that's what Success Life Live is about. Good morning, Amy. My Polish sister. Y'all, you just got to go to Poland and meet her. She's amazing. She's just an inspiration. She's so exciting and so fun. And always brings so much joy into the room when she comes. So, plus, hey, practice your Polish jokes. Anyhow, good morning, everybody. I'm glad to have you here. So, Wednesday is Q&A Wednesday. You need to get your questions in order to give you an answer. So, email those in to Eric@EricGReid. Good morning, Mary. Tomorrow is the newsletter. It goes out. If you haven't subscribed, you gotta subscribe, because I'm not just going to blast it to you without your permission. And it is really just a mini coaching tip, something that a lot of people find like this is going to be my focus for the week. I'm going to do what Coach Eric says to do in this newsletter till the next one comes out. Manila, see, we're international now. I'm feeling all international, UN Ambassador of Success here. We got Manila, we got Poland, we got the US. Don't know if anybody else popped in from Uruguay yet. It really is a mini coaching lesson, so make sure you sign up for that. And so today, the housekeeping lesson, or fourth quarter lesson, or let's get serious lesson. It's kind of something I want to talk about because personally, I'm doing it. And if I'm doing it, I think it has value that maybe I share it with you and we do it together. So a lot of us, me included, started, good morning, Greg. Now we got Italy in the house. So we got Italy, Poland, and Manila, and the US. Whew. I think we could just solve all the world problems with us. Or at least guide them in the right direction. So a lot of us set year-end or beginning of the year-end goals. We do this December, January thing, and we set out these goals. We create these vision boards. We set down our dream books and we say, this is what I want to accomplish. And sort of each week or each month, we look at it and we keep plunging towards it. And we plunge it towards it and we plunge it towards it. And then some of us have maybe already given up on those goals. Like it's August and we haven't even seen them since, April or May. Some of us are like, oh, I'm doing it. But like, truthfully, if you asked if I was going to hit the target by December, I'd be laughing. And we're already focused on failure at that point, so we're not even putting in the effort. Good morning, Nellie. And so we're Cumming, Georgia. Now that's a place on its own. So I'm gonna say Cumming, Georgia. Love you, Amy. But what I want you to do is really do the spring cleaning, even though it's fall. Do the back to school cleaning, if that's what you want to call it. Do the end of July, first to fourth quarter cleaning. Take every one of those goals, every one of those visions, every one of those to-do lists, everything that you say, I got to get done. I'm working on it. It's my, 2019 will be amazing if I accomplish it. Take it all out, lay it on the kitchen table, and really look at it and be like, okay, what is it I've got here? First, why did I choose this? Where am I at in it? And how committed am I to it? So just put a score, like a 1 through 5. How committed am I? 1, 2, 3. How necessary is it that this be accomplished by the year end? And often what you'll see is that your commitment and your necessity level are matched. So how committed? 1. How necessary? 1. Why? Because, it would have been nice to have more clients. It would have been nice to lose 5 pounds. It would have been nice to connect to an old friend. It would have been nice to grow my business, but it wasn't necessary. It didn't have to happen. The world wasn't going to crash into Mars if it didn't. And so therefore, my commitment level matched the necessity. Now, if we go back and we look at that and go, wait a minute, that really is important. Like if I could accomplish that, I could see where that could go, that could go, that could go, that could go, that could go. And it would be the domino that tipped everything in my business, everything in my personal life, everything in my relationships, everything in my finance. Man, I see the necessity. Why wasn't I more committed? Because you were looking at the goal and not necessarily the necessity. Often when I'll look at my goal, I'm like, do this. And I'll be like, okay, but why? Like you got to tell me why I'm doing it. Like you got to show me that what I'm doing has value and has results and moves me towards that. And that's why I use a tool like Trello. And every Sunday night, I have to score myself on my goals. I have to score myself on how did I do? Why was that score 1 through 5? I use a 1 through 5 system. So why was that score a 3? What could I have done to move it to a 4 or a 5? Why wasn't it a 3 if it's a 1 or a 2? What action did I take? What action do I need to take? What areas do I have to measure it. I have to see that isn't going to happen without me managing it every single week, every single day, even it transfers. We can't set these goals, these expectations, these desires for change in our life, place no necessity on them, no urgency on them, and not monitor them, and then expect that we're going to get to December and suddenly be 20 pounds lighter, $20,000 richer, and 20 clients more in our revenue stream, and our spouses and our kids looking like the Partridge Family when we get in a family trip. It's not going to happen unless you raise your necessity that it's going to happen. And so get rid of all the goals. Like if you actually have to throw them all out into the trash and say, I have one goal that must happen. That if it does not happen by December 31st, 2019, I'm out. I'm dead. I got to go get me a job. I got to get me whatever. Like this is so critical that it achieves, because if I don't achieve this, everything else won't happen. Like if I don't get this foundation poured before December 31st, 2019, there is going to be no house to live in, kind of thing. Find that one thing, that one goal, that one to-do project, that one thing, that one rock, as they sometimes call it, that you can begin to move all the other rocks from. And then write that down, and then get really clear on the necessity that it happened. This must happen, because if it doesn't, this will not occur. Like if I don't raise my income, my child will not be able to attend college in 5 years. And I will have to explain to him that I was too busy watching the latest edition or episode of Orange is the New Black. If this does not happen, I will continue to gain weight, become more unhealthy, develop diabetes, and drop over dead at my daughter's wedding. If this does not happen, I will no longer be able to do the job that I enjoy. I will start to have to do the job that somebody else assigns me, without the freedom that I want to live the life that I want to live. If this does not happen, I will not impact the lives that I am committed to impacting and be of service in the world the way that I've been called to be of service, and I will be denying the divine purpose of my life, and I will have to stand before God someday and explain it. Whatever that is, get really clear on the necessity of why this must happen. And then put it in a place that every morning you wake up, that my sole thing, the one thing I've got to start doing in fourth quarter and have completed by the end of it, December 31st, 2019, is this, because if I don't, blank. So often we program ourselves around this idea of goals that if I do this, everything will be better. Very rarely will we move out of our comfort zone for pleasure and better. We'll often jump out of our comfort zone for pain. We will step out and be like, whoa, house is on fire, I'm getting off the couch. But sitting there eating a bowl of ice cream knowing you're putting on more weight that you said you were going to take off, what's the motivation? Now, I don't mean to say we have to live in a dire, stress-filled, consequence-driven world, but clearly what you started, you haven't finished. So what you were doing clearly wasn't working, or we would be having a different conversation, or you would be having a different conversation with yourself. So let's just maybe get a little honest. You wanted it. but you didn't need it. You hoped for it, and you're disappointed it didn't come, but that's like complaining you didn't get the lottery because you forgot to buy a ticket. It's foolishness. We ain't about foolishness up in here. I got 2 kids. I get enough foolishness in my day. I don't need it from you all. So here's what I want you to do. Got a couple days till August 1st. It's the beginning of 4th quarter. You could even put it as a 90-day countdown clock, because between Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and Black Friday and Purple Tuesday, or whatever all the different holidays we invent between the end of summer and the first new year, you probably got about 90 days to really dive in and get it done. What is it that is necessary for you to get done? The one thing, if you feel ambitious, pick 2, that it's necessary for you to get it done, for you to begin 2020 at a new level. And a new level, whether it's in your finances or your family, your relationship, your fitness, your business, your dream, whatever it is. Because 2020 is coming, people. It is like just over the next morning. And you are going to be sitting looking at last year's list and rewriting it for this year, 2020 coming. And that is going to drain us and pull us out. And so we're going to focus this week, this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, about getting those goals cleaned up, getting that necessity level raised, getting clear on the one thing. And it doesn't have to be world vision, earth-changing big thing. I mean, if it's cleaning out your closet of clothes that you've been hanging on to, then get that done. But find that thing that's going to spark you into momentum again. Get it written down. Send it to me if you want. Shoot, if you say, I hereby make a commitment to have this done by December 31st, I'll hold you accountable. I'll get up in your face. I am not pleasant when I'm in people's face, just so you know. As a coach, I use this tool called Trello. My clients love it because we have one neutral place where we come back to over and over each and every week, and we talk about, you said this, you did that, why didn't it happen? So too, I'm on my board. Oh, you have a Trello board? Cool. Phyllis, sorry, I'm trying to, getting closer would make it easier for me to see. My Trello, I know I've been promising you a Trello class. I'm gonna have to get with Elizabeth or something to help get a sign up written so that we can get it done. Because I ain't praising my raising my hand, but I'm a Trello master. One of the things that I often do with my coaching clients or my clients as a consultant is sit down with them and show them Trello, and immediately they're like, okay, I need to pay you to set it up for me and help me get organized and monitor it. I don't need all this woohoo, how do you feel coaching? I need a system in place, and this one looks great. And so a lot of times that's what I'll do. And then it sort of evolves from there. But anyhow, so Elizabeth and I are going to have to get together. See, I called you out, Elizabeth. I need to start using the resources at hand instead of looking for resources so that we can all rise this boat together. Because that's what this is. This is a together thing. This isn't a me thing. All right? So anyhow, find the necessity for the one thing. See? It's like having a bunch of index cards. That's great. Exactly, Elizabeth. But so I use automatic reminders. I use repeat cards. I use integrated to calendar. I use checklists and score lists. And the thing, I know, I just went off on Trello. But anyhow, I'll tease you guys with it. I can use it on my mobile. I can use it on my iPad, and I can use it on my desktop, and it's all integrated, and my team members can actually see the Trello boards changing in real live time and get alerts. And so it is a project management system for self as well as teams and organizations. I've used it for writers who want to write a book, and so each of the chapters has its own Trello list, and then ideas go in that. What is this? You'll have to Sonia, you're going to go crazy because you're high analytical. You love it. So like I've used it for writers, I've used it for interior design teams that use it to put together vision and project boards for clients. Fitness, it's it's a wonderful project management accountability tool, dumping list place. But it can be as big as you want or as small as you want. Yeah, I have multiple template boards that, all right, Elizabeth, I'm gonna have to go. So I don't know. Lord, don't do this to me. All right, Elizabeth, we have to pick a date. I'm counting on you to help me make a landing page, a sign up page, whatever you want to call it page. We can do a live webinar, like a Zoom-based webinar where I can take you through Trello and Trello boards and things like that. It'll be sometime after August 10th. And I say that not to dodge and divert. Good morning, William. Great to see you. I have not seen you in so long. Been kind of worried about you, but good to see you. Good morning, or it'll be sometime after the 10th, simply because this is our last week of summer. Then we have our first week of school, and got to focus on making that transition with the kids. Transition points are where most of us fall down, where most of us break our best habits during those transition points. And so I'm really conscious about the transition points in my family, so that I can help them and help me and help us successfully navigate it. Can't do a Fun Friend Friday around it. It's just, when I say it's just, no, I'm not doing a Fun Friend Friday. Sorry, Sonia, I love the idea, but we'll do this like on an evening, an evening hours kind of thing where people can have notepads and like get on their computers and interact with it. All right, Elizabeth, we'll talk about it later today or tomorrow. In the meantime, everybody else go out and live your life with success. Make it a necessity that you seek out the things that you want to succeed at. Get them on your list. Get them out in front of you. Get them on your bathroom mirror. There is no more time to play. I wish this could happen. Now is the time. This end of the year. Yes, I know we're like 90 some days away from being able to call it the end. This is the time to lean in hard, push down hard, because everybody else, they're backing off. And so opportunity is for those people who stay driving when other people pull off to the side. And so you earn this. You have the momentum. You have the potential. You have the vision. Let's get clear on the actions. All right? I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for Success Life Live. In the meantime, be well.